Alright guys, promise I'd be back. So I wanted to wrap up this series of back to school. Although this one, honestly, well, it'll be great information for back to school for our kids. This really is good for all of us. Like actually all of these videos are good for everybody, but just the focus that I wanted to take was helping our kids kind of adjust to the new schedule and to school and all that good stuff. And so my last video, I'm kind of combining using oils to help support sleep, but also to help support emotions. I know they're a little bit different, but they're kind of all connected. There are a lot of different ways you can use oils to support emotions and to support rest and sleep and stress and those kinds of things. I'm just going to talk about a few of them. I'm going to talk about some combination oils that Young Living has that we use a lot. I'm going to make a few things. There's, again, like lots of different combinations you can do depending on what works for you. So one of the ways, or one of the things that actually surprised me the most, because when I started using oils 3 years ago, I mainly just used them because I thought, hey, if it can help us maybe be a little bit healthier, it can help us take less medicine, because I've never been a big medicine user or giver. If, we can, be healthier and it can help us kind of physically, that's kind of the way I was looking at them as far as their usage. When I started to have results emotionally, I was surprised. Like it was one of those things I hadn't, wasn't really familiar with that, like that was a huge part of them. But in our experience, like we use these probably as much for emotional reasons than we do physical, actually probably more. And the reason why they support us emotionally is, well, one, everything's connected, right? Like our emotions everything's connected. Our physical and emotional and spiritual are all connected, right? So when you have kind of a healthier body, you tend to have healthier emotions. But you also have, I talked about a while back about the limbic system, which is called like our emotional brain, right? It's part of our brain that controls our emotions, controls heart rate, blood pressure, stress, our breathing, our memory, hormone balance, stress levels, and it's something that is affected by smell. And so that's where these oils come in. You can either just smell the oils or you can diffuse them, and you're going to get a benefit to your limbic system, right? They're going to get to your limbic system. And so you're going to get a benefit in all those different areas. And so a lot of the constituents of a lot of the oils I'm going to talk about today have what are called aldehydes and esters, which are some of the constituents in the oils that are known to kind of calm and sedate the nervous system. So if you're stressed, if you have anxiety, these different things that we deal with, probably shouldn't say that technically. I have to be careful. I have to be compliant. But when you're having just discontent, okay, you're having a discontent heart, discontent mind, there are some oils that can really, really, really help. And it can just be as simple as taking stress away, which is a blend that for obvious, it's obviously named. You can just take it and you can smell it. Okay, you can put it with some carrier oil, and you can put it behind your ears. You can put it on your neck, on your wrists, and it will benefit you. But the great thing is if you have one bottle and you don't want to have to buy any for a while, you can just smell it and get a benefit from that, okay? So there's some really great blends. Like Young Living has amazing pre-made blends for you that are really great for these, but there's also individual ones if we want to create our own, which is what we're going to do today. So, there's a lot. I don't want to overwhelm you all because there's just a lot of different types of oils that can work for different things. For instance, there are some oils that, if you're talking about emotions, which can also be linked to your sleep as well, right? If you are angry or frustrated, then that can affect your sleep. So these are all kind of intertwined. You see a lot of the same oils pop up across the board for these different issues. But they do have some oils that can actually help kind of release those. They have an oil actually called Release, which is really good. Let me see what it has in it. It has a lot of oils in it. I won't even go through them all, but it has the ylang ylang, which is one that you see a lot for like emotions and like kind of mood. Royal Hawaiian Sandalwood, again, grounding, that's going to be your wood. It's very grounding. Grapefruit. Citrus oils are really good for kind of for mood, but they're also good for sleep, which is weird, but they are. So there's a lot of different ones in here, but release is a good one that you can use if you are if you have some emotions that you need to let go of. And so a lot of times once you've released those emotions, then you can kind of move on. Okay, and so that's one that they have. They have a blend called Peace and Calming, which I use a lot. I love that. Just if you're stressed or or the kids, like we use this if. We use this in Valor. Valor is also a blend, which is an amazing, amazing, amazing blend. If the kids have, like when Keaton went to the statewide spelling bee, you know what I mean? Like things that could kind of create nerves if you have a speech to give, or you have maybe just a report that you have to do. And so there's just lots of different things that can cause you stress or your kids stress. There's some great oils that you can use. So a few different ways you can use these different oils is you can create a morning routine. One that I've seen a lot is, where's my sacred? No. Did I already lose it? Looking for my white Angelica. Oh yeah, here it is. So these two oils have I've seen people post about how they use these in the morning just to kind of start their day and to have a good day. White Angelica you can put like on your shoulders and on top of your head, like on the crown of your head, and then Joy you can put over your heart. You can actually put any of these emotional oils over your heart. You can put them, like I said, on your wrists, behind your ears, and you're gonna get a lot of benefit from them. Other ways, of course, we've made roller bottles here. I've showed you how to use those. So you can pre-dilute them and then you can put them on your body. You can make sprays. So like the way you'd use these are just bottles that I get to make sprays. Is for instance, if you make have a blend that is working well for sleep, usually it's most likely going to include lavender. Lavender is a really great oil for rest. Other good ones are cedarwood and orange. That's actually a really good combo is lavender, cedarwood, and orange. Has proven to be really beneficial for rest. You can make a roller bottle and you can roll the oils on your big toes. That's what I do. I have a different blend that I use, but that's what I do at night. And we also have a diffuser in our room, so you can also diffuse. And so basically, I'm just going to show you really quick what a diffuser is. This is I think this is called the bamboo diffuser. This is the basic one I got with my initial kit, but they have lots of different ones. And so you just put your water in here, and then you can put your drops of oil in here, and then diffuse it while you're sleeping. And it fills your room, and it just helps. It puts the oils into the air that will help with your sleep, which is amazing. So that's honestly what I use this mostly for in our bedroom. I have one in the main part of our house that I use for other things, like if I want to sanitize the air or those kinds of things. But the bedroom one tends to be more for at night. And then another way you can use oils too, if you're needing them for relaxation or for emotional support, is you can combine them with Epsom salts. And so when you want to take a bath, like a relaxing bath to kind of calm yourself down a little bit, get some relaxation on. Oils, like I've mentioned, don't mix with water. And so if you put oils just in your bath water, it's just going to sink, or it's going to rise to the top, right? It's going to sit there. So what you want to do is we just have like a jar that we keep in the bathroom, and we just dip the jar in, fill it with Epsom salts. I put 8 to 12 drops of whatever oil I'm needing, and then put that in the bath, and then it'll actually disperse. And so the oil will then get into your system, as well as the benefits of the Epsom salts as well. These have detoxing capabilities and provides you with some magnesium and different things that your body needs anyway, magnesium sulfate. And then you're getting those oils, you're getting to breathe them in, but you're also getting them onto your skin and into your system as well. So that's another really great way. And we just buy this, you can buy this at the pharmacy, at Walmart, wherever. We always have that on hand. That's a huge thing that we use when we need some emotional help that we want to use oils for. And so Okay, so the oils that I use for relaxation that has worked really well for me, and I posted about this a while back because I was in a hotel, and usually the first night in a hotel I don't sleep at all. And I had made this blend a while back, but I actually hadn't used it, so I packed it like I need to use this, and it has orange, lavender, frankincense, and patchouli. And this works so good for me. So again, I roll it on the bottoms of my big toes and out. I used this on Mallory the other night and she was out like in 3 minutes. Just a really, really, really good combo. Some other great oils for sleep and rest are cedarwood. Let's see, is that in there? Cedarwood, lavender, and orange, like I mentioned. Roman chamomile, which I don't have. It's kind of a more expensive one that I'm working on getting. Vetiver, and Valor are one. So I found a recipe that has lavender, Valor, and vetiver. And so I'm going to make that really quickly as a roller bottle because vetiver is like one of my favorite oils. And so I'm going to just make that as a roller really quickly just to have one more on hand to have next to the bed. And then I'm going to make, I think, a spray because you could also spray. Ooh, maybe I'll make this as a spray. I'm gonna make this as a spray because I could use this not just on our bed sheets, but I could use this just around the house too. So I'm gonna do that instead. So I mentioned before that you want to use glass when you're making roller bottles or sprays, and you also, if you're just gonna mix it with water, you want to add in some salt so that it has something, the oils have something to connect to. Because again, oils and water don't mix, right? So I'm going to make this as a spray, but this would also, like, again, these combinations you could use in your diffuser. You could use them all kinds of ways. And so I just have this, but I don't know how many milliliters this is, but, so I'm probably going to, because I think the recipe was for a roller bottle. So I think I'm just going to probably triple the recipe. I'm just going to go with it. We'll see what happens. Okay. So this recipe is lavender. Again, great for rest. It's just a really, really calming oil. But again, it also is great for so many other things. And so that's what's so great about these oils is you can use them for so many different things. Like I've used this for multiple blends that I've made for completely different issues. And so that's awesome. Vetiver and then Valor. Okay, so Valor, so these two are individual oils. And then Valor is a combination oil. So it in itself has, black spruce, cinnamon, no, is that right? Blue tansy, frankincense, geranium. It doesn't have cinnamon, sorry. It has camphor, blue tansy, frankincense, geranium. So very, very good oil. So you're also getting a little frankincense in here too, which is awesome. This is such a great oil, and this is a great oil for stress. This is a great oil for courage and nerves, and so this is a great one for the kids just before school. You can rub it on the back of their neck, and if they're having any struggles or troubles, it's really, really good for school, before school. It's good for mood as well. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to do like 20 drops of each. Since I'm making a spray, there's going to be a lot more water in here. So what I'm going to use this for is I could use this as a room spray. I could use this when I make our beds. I could spray the sheets. And it's going to have some relaxation and just kind of calming properties to it, which will be great. I'm not really counting. So you can see it's blue. I don't know if you can see that or not. Oh, I'm spilling it now. Don't spill the Valor. It's that blue tansy. It has a blue. And, I've made sprays with Valor before, and I've never had like anything turn blue because it's so mixed in with other stuff that hasn't been a problem. Alrighty. So I have some Valor in there, and then some lavender. You could spray blankets with this. You could spray it in the car. I know I have a little tiny spray bottle that has Valor and Joy, and I always spray it in the car sometimes in the morning for the kiddos. Vetiver, I'm just going to take off the... You remember Vetiver is super thick if you watched before. So I'm just going to take off the little plastic topper there and then just pour some in so I don't have to wait for it so long. Vetiver is like my favorite, so I'm going to put a lot in there. What else? There's let me do this here. Okay, so I'm going to put a little bit of salt in here just so that when the water gets in there, the oils will kind of connect to the salt. And I'm probably going to make a huge mess doing this. Yep, I'm going to make a big mess. That's all right. Put some salt in there. Okay. And some water. And that's easy. That's it. Done. So I can use this for, like I said, for room sprays. You could also, I would say do like 10 drops of each, maybe five drops of each if you wanted to make it as a roller bottle. And you could roll this on your big toe at night, and this is going to do amazing things for restfulness. But I already have one of those, so I'm just going to mix it up a little bit. Okay, so shake it up. And now I have this amazing spray. Another really good oil for mood is Ylang Ylang. This is another one of my favorites. I use this. I use this in Epsom salts and to take a bath with a lot. It has a floral scent. It's just a really, really nice scent. And it's just a good balancer. And cedarwood is another good one. Again, the wood oils are very grounding. So if you just need to kind of calm down a little bit, if you're having some anxiety types of issues. Orange, surprisingly, you would think citrus oils are more for like energy and da-da-da. Well, this is actually really good for rest and sleep as well. So that's a good one. I'm going to go ahead and make a diffuser blend really quickly just so that I can show you how easy this is. You just take there's a little lid, and you're going to put water in. You don't have to use distilled. You can use tap with this particular one. Some diffusers will require distilled water, but not very many of them do. So I'm going to make a little combination for, what should I make, guys? One for mood? Yes. So this one is going to have 10 orange, this is for a roller bottle. So I'm going to do usually like 8-ish drops, 8 to 10 drops. So I'm going to do like probably 3 orange, 3 ylang ylang, 3 lavender. And so you're just going to add it to the water. Where did I put it? Here's your orange. And it's so fun creating fun blends because you can create fall smells, you can create summer smells, like you have like lemon and lime, and you have all kinds of like citronella. So you can really customize and replace your candles. You can replace your room sprays that you buy from the store that has icky stuff in them. So this is a great way to replace that, but still make your house smell good and make your house smell seasonal. And like a lot of them have floral, there's a lot of flowers. And so if you went in the spring, you can get good floral scents going on. And you know that you're cleansing your air, but you're also providing some emotional benefits to your family. What am I missing here? Lavender. So that's why I love diffusing. And like I said, it's so nice to know, like, I can walk by Bath and Body Works or whatever, and I don't feel the pressure to go buy a new candle or whatever, because I know I'm just not using that stuff anymore. This is how we get the good stuff, the good smelling stuff into our home. I make bathroom sprays. I make, like I said, seasonal sprays. I do stuff in here, all kinds of good stuff. So that's how easy it is. You just put the top back in. This plugs in to the wall, and then you set it for however long you want. You can set it for an hour, for 4 hours. Each diffuser is different. Some diffusers you can diffuse for a long time. You can do them intermittently. So this is one I think I'm going to go and diffuse today, just so we can get some good mood vibes in the house. So I'm sorry, this one was a little bit less focused because there's so many ways. Like I said, they're all kind of connected. Courage, nerves, mood, stress, sleep, it's all connected. And a lot of these different oils you're going to be able to use for lots of different things in different situations. And so I know for the girls, they're preteens, and well, I have a teenager and a preteen, and so of course we're dealing with hormones and just a lot of emotional issues and some drama and some different things. And we've been really working hard with, especially our oldest, just to try to like really kind of hone in on some of that using the oils and try to kind of use it as a great support for us, and at the same time trying to get rid of a lot of this stuff that they were putting in their bodies before. Like we're switching over to the plant-based natural shampoos and conditioners and body washes and things like that. And while it's a little bit of an adjustment because it's different than what we're used to, I think in the end, like having this extra support and also pulling the stuff in our household that was kind of putting bad stuff into our girls' bodies and our bodies through all the chemicals and things that are in those products, I think that's all going to be very beneficial for us for sure in the long run, but we definitely see it even here and now. And so I know this was kind of across the board. I know this wasn't quite as focused as the other videos have been, but if you want to, if you say, gosh, you know, I have this kind of issue and you want me to kind of create, you know, maybe get an idea for a blend for you, there are just so many options because the oils don't just have physiological benefits to them, they have psychological and emotional benefits to them, and there's so many of them that it's kind of impossible to say this would work great for you. But there's just a few of the ideas of things that you can do when you kind of figured out what your blend is or what your oil is. Like I said, vetiver is mine. I actually think I get more emotional benefit from that than I do even like frankincense, but frankincense I think I can use in maybe a different way, maybe more with prayer or, you know, scripture reading, that kind of thing. I haven't really practiced that yet. There's also sacred frankincense, which is just another type of frankincense, and both of those are supposed to be really great for when you're kind of trying to tune into God and prayer and reading the Bible. Those are really great, and I think I just need to maybe use those more for that type of thing. That I think that would be where that would benefit me. But on just a general, like kind of grounding emotional level, vetiver is my oil. And so, you know, you'll find what works for you if that's something that you want to explore. It kind of hit me one day where I was making something, just a random recipe. I'm like, oh, I love that oil. So that's one of those things. But there's so many great oils that can help with these things. And it was totally unexpected for us. Like I said, I did not expect to have any kind of emotional like effect or results from these. Like when I first started, I'm like, okay, I'll use them. Like it'd be fun to have lavender for if I have a bite or if I hurt myself in the kitchen, or, you know, those, like, I just thought it'd be fun to have them around the house for different things like that. And I knew you could cook with some of them, and that with lemon, you could clean with the lemon. So I'm like, okay, it'd be fun to have some of the oils to kind of dabble and play with, but I didn't expect just the amount of support that our family has gotten emotionally from a lot of these oils. And so I'm always learning new things about them in that realm, because it's still kind of new to us. And so we're still figuring out what works for each of us. For each going to be a little bit different. But I know it may sound kind of weird and kooky and like, really, but again, the limbic system controls a lot of our emotions and a lot of our body systems, and these oils have a direct impact on that just through the smell alone. And so just research it, look it up. It's pretty amazing. I'm talking, it can even affect your appetite. Like you can, they're like, peppermint is one that when you smell it, it triggers some things in your brain that can take away your appetite. So there are just all kinds of amazing, amazing impacts that these can have on your brain, on your emotions, on your emotional brain. And again, that's all connected to your physical body. And so it will all have a great impact on other systems of your body. So anyway, yeah, so I'm going to go diffuse this guy. I'm going to go spray, I think, the girls' sheets with this, because who doesn't need a little valor, you know? They kind of hang up in their beds and do their homework and stuff like that. But it'll also be good for rest. So when they're ready to sleep, they'll have that lavender on there. They'll have that vetiver in there. And just any kind of ways that I can support my kiddos, whether they know it or not, is great. So I'm going to just go kind of get those going. And if you have any questions, let me know. If there's an emotional issue that you're having, like I've helped people before where they said, this is kind of what I'm dealing with. And we either found a blend or we created a blend that, you know, that they were able to try, and I'm all about trying and helping you out. So if there's something that you're struggling with or a certain emotion that you need some help with, or that kind of thing, just holler at me, private message me, and I can hopefully kind of say, let's try this, and we can work together and get something for you. So there's so many things in our world right now that, you know, whether it's depression or just sad things that are happening in our world or in our lives, or stress, lots of stress, right? We're all stressed out. So who couldn't use a little bit of extra support that's natural and it's healthy, and it's not through a medication that may affect you negatively in other ways. It's going to be a natural way to try to support yourself and the emotions that you may be dealing with on a daily basis, whether it be stress or whatever. So just another great benefit to these oils. So just wanted to share, and again, some things that you can maybe implement into your kids' routines, whether it be at night or in the morning, depending on what the issue is. But again, this is for all of us, not just for our kids. So yeah, if you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, this kind of wraps up our back to school series. I was going to do a sports one. There was some a hot and cold pack you can make, but I know there's a lot of supplements and stuff that Young Living has for sports, for recovery from working out, those kinds of things. And I just haven't dabbled in that enough. Like, I know they have a Powergize supplement, and they have a lot of things that I just haven't really delved into yet, because, well, I'll just be honest and say I haven't been working out. So that's why there are some podcasts I've listened to. That podcast I mentioned earlier from Samantha Lee Wright, where they focus on fitness and using oils in your exercise and before and after sports and those kinds of things. There's some really great recipes you can find for like shoe deodorizers. You can make hot cold packs with essential oils, electrolyte drinks. So there are lots and lots of really great options for if you have kiddos that are in sports that you can use. I know with Keaton, with cross country, I had a blend for her that she put on her shoulders and her neck. Like peppermint's a really good one. It kind of helps open up your breathing, your airways a little bit. So when you're taking in that oxygen, there's lots of options out there. But something that I just haven't really spent a lot of time researching and looking into, but there's a ton out there. So just Google it, and there's a lot of ways you can use essential oils to support your kiddos before, during, and after their sports events, their workouts, those kinds of things. And like I said, if you have a football player, or you have, basketball player, anyone that comes home and has smelly shoes, there's purification. There's some really great oils that can help with that stuff, whether you put it in your laundry or you put it into their shoes themselves, like with baking soda. You can use oils, so you can use them internally, you can use them externally, you can use them in laundry, you can use them in all kinds of ways to support your athletes. So that might be a video I do down the road, but it's probably not going to be part of this series. But it's just so fun because there's so many fun things you can do with these oils and these supplements, and that's just another one of them. But so I'll probably be on break for a few days just because I'm back to work tomorrow, and I'm not for sure what my next video will be. I'm going to sit down and do some planning, because I want to just do this somewhat regularly, a couple times a week, just talk about how you can use oils in your daily life, because that's what it's about for us. It's not about just using them once in a while. Like, they are part of our everyday lives. And as you can tell, like, I don't know if you can, oh, you probably can't see. I have a whole, like, look at that, guys. That's just what I pulled just for like emotions and sleep. So guys, we use these things. They are part of our day. So with that, I'm gonna let you guys go, and I'll be back probably next week sometime with another topic to cover. If you have any questions, let me know. If you have, like I said, need any help or support, or have issues that you want help, maybe kind of working through how you could use these to help you, that's what I'm here for. So thank you guys so much, and have a great day. Bye-bye.